Hi there, Corby Midline, your no bullshit psychic. And a lot of people are telling me that they are really coming to the end of their rope, if you will. And the anxiety is just off the charts. So, talked to my guides, pulled some cards, and this is what they want to give you that will help. The first thing I did was pull 3 cards from my Zen deck. And the first card is the Miser. And what that says is you're allowed to say no. You're allowed to not put yourself in places where your anxiety and fear are exacerbated, kicked upstairs. It's important these days that we listen to ourselves much more carefully than we do when life is quote-unquote normal. Second is courage, which is what I tell you a lot, okay? This is not going to be forever. Because it looks so crazy to us and is not what we're used to, we can't extrapolate. We can't say, well, if I'm here, this is where we will go. You're just going to have to trust that so many of us as intuitives, we don't say, oh, it's going to be lovely and perfect. But we do say it gets better than this sooner rather than later. And the third one matches the first. Slow down. Do not assume that you're going to have the energy, the stamina, the multitask ability that you have had in the past, because you're running in a totally different world. And I'm not necessarily saying we're in a different timeline. I'm just saying this is not the world we expected. Okay? So, couple of things I want you to try. Number 1 is the 4-7-8 breath. What does that mean? That means you breathe in for 4. You hold it for a count of 7. And you let it out in 8. Notice that you are breathing out a little more than you're breathing in. That is something that will slow your heart rate down. That is something that will relax you a little better. The other thing I'm going to suggest for you is find something on YouTube that really works well for you. Some of us are oceans, some of us are mountains. For me, there is a night beach ambiance that can run for 8 hours. And all it is a night view of the beach with the soft waves coming in and crickets. I think the artwork is AI, but I don't care because the artwork is not the point. The point is it gives you a place of focus and relaxation. And you certainly don't have to listen to it for 8 hours, but I keep it on in the background so that if I feel myself going during the day, I just stop, go over, take a look at that, make it large on my screen, sometimes listen to it with headphones, and it reminds me, slow down the breathing, slow down the hamsters on the habit wheel, and let's get ourselves in a place of centering. Because without that, we cannot move forward. All right? When I say that, when we're in a constant state of anxiety, we're like the rat that's running around in the maze and can't find its way out. When we can center ourselves, breathe, in a sense, get out of our head, go upstairs, then we're going to be able to handle everything that comes at us. Right now, it's a little nuts between tariffs, no tariffs, China, yes China, worse China, whatever. But where you are now, you can only control your own body, excuse me, and your own responses. And that's your job today. Let me remind you that we've got our free reading hour tonight, 7:30 New York time. I'll be on for an hour. We'll take as many people as we can to answer the questions. Remember, no mediumship, no health, but everything else is on the table. Okay? Practice what I told you today, and I'll see you tonight.